Wait. Come here, just give me 1 second. Oh, shit. Jeez. Holy crap. Alright. Whew. Hey guys. What was that? That is absolutely freezing. But I needed it. Hey folks, welcome to OKayFabe here on IWWS. I know this isn't necessarily my channel, but I want to welcome and thank you for watching my video. If you like everything and anything you see here on this channel or myself, you can feel free to click subscribe, like, favorite, all that fun stuff to IWWS, or of course to my channel, which I'll provide all the links in the description box below. But first folks, let's get right into the whole thing. Of course you can tell from the title, this is of course my thoughts on the Hell in a Cell 2012 pay-per-view. A lot of speculation, a lot of talk going into this pay-per-view. I mean, obviously, it's now, 3 or 4 days later, but still, I figured why not put my 2 cents in. So, one thing about this pay-per-view that was right off the bat was the fact of, there were only 6 matches announced. Kind of a bummer, but I think WWE definitely threw in a couple curveballs there, which I actually was pleasantly surprised with. One of them being the tag team match between Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara against Primetime Players. That was personally one of my favorite matches, but you also had, of course, Antonio Cesaro, defending his United States Championship against Justin Gabriel. Again, another pleasant surprise. Not really thinking that Gabriel was going to win, but hey, always good to see Antonio Cesaro on a pay-per-view, right? So, let's get into the actual matches real quick. So, I'm going to briefly break this down. I actually thought that the opening matchup between Orton and Alberto Del Rio was actually a very, very good match, despite the botch that nobody saw. Orton flipping him off. It was definitely an intriguing match to watch. Definitely did not expect that coming from these two. At first I was like, it looks like they're just going to kind of throw these guys on there just for the sake of having a match on a pay-per-view, but it actually worked out pretty well, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Always curious to hear your thoughts, of course, on the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Again, we had Intercontinental Champion Kofi Kingston successfully defend his title against The Miz. So-so matchup. I mean, I'm not knocking either one of their talents. Obviously, I think Kofi's a little bit better than Miz, and I wasn't expecting Miz to walk away with the championship, which, of course, the rumors going around, the fact that, of course, the Miz will be availing to the main event status somewhat soon. Shh, but you didn't hear that from me as my phone's ringing in the background. Too bad. I'm not answering it. What else we got? We also have, of course, the Divas match between Eve, Layla, and Caitlyn. This matchup was very surprising and eye-opening here, mainly for the fact of that Caitlyn actually displayed some very good wrestling maneuvers. I didn't see that coming. I've very rarely had a chance to see Caitlyn wrestle, and for a Divas matchup, and folks, remember, Divas matches aren't really the best, but for a Divas matchup based off what we've seen in the last couple of months, it was pretty damn good. I mean, let me put it this way. The Divas matches lately have been lacking. We'll put it that way. In my opinion, though, for a Divas match, at least the standards that the Divas matches have had in the last couple months, it's definitely quite an improvement. At least in my opinion, of course. Let me know what you guys have to say. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, of course we had the tag team title match. The tag team title match, of course, featuring Team Road Scholars against Team Hell No. Personally, I was going to be happy with no matter what the decision was. I love Team Road Scholars. I'm waiting for this t-shirt to come out. I don't care if it's in a baby tee. I don't care if my fat gut hangs out from it. I will buy the shirt. And you should too. This is not a shameless plug by any means. WWEshop.com. I need more water from Bowling Spring. Ah, that's lovely. The matchup was definitely intriguing. Definitely showed up the showcase moves of both Daniel Bryan and Kane. Haven't, again, had a chance to watch these two guys as a tag team, but for a team that was somewhat thrown together, they did a pretty good job, too. Although I do like the consistency of Road Scholars a lot better than I do Hell No. I think Hell No is a hilarious team. I think most of you guys out there at least feel the same way, or at least somewhat the same way, but we'll get into that much later. Whew, I'm out of breath already, and it's only been 4 minutes. Holy crap. But alas, of course, Team Hell No wins via disqualification. I'm sorry, Team Road Scholars wins via disqualification, but the titles remain on Team Hell No. I'm hoping for more comedy shtick, but I'm also hoping that other tag teams get a shot at the tag team titles, no matter what team carries it on for the rest of the year. With that being said, we go into the World Heavyweight Championship match, Sheamus against the Big Show. Now, this is a matchup that I have a lot of things to say about. Well, not so much a lot, but a couple points. At first, when I watched the matchup once, because sometimes I have to watch a match a couple times in order to get the idea, it was kind of slow-paced and boring. But as the halfway point progressed, you start to realize that, okay, it's two big guys with power behind them, and they're not moving that fast, not doing any high flashy things, but they're telling a good story. They're showing that Sheamus is for once the underdog, and I think that's kind of what they're doing, or at least they were trying to do in order to make the match interesting. And for me personally, again, my own opinion, I thought it worked out pretty well. Again, the match had a slow build to it, and it was kind of drawn out a little bit, but once after the first knockout punch and Sheamus kicked out, don't tell me you guys weren't at least a little interested. So that's just my own personal little take on it. Of course, Big Show winning the world title, which I was shocked at enough, the fact that Dolph Ziggler didn't cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. There was, of course, that Ziggler was going to announce to cash in the briefcase. Of course, we were all just kind of waiting. But in the end, it actually kind of makes sense because, of course, Ziggler doesn't cash in against the freaking 7-foot giant. So maybe there's a possibility that he might cash in at Survivor Series if Show and Sheamus have a rematch and Sheamus regains the championship. What do you guys think? Let me know. And last but not least, the Hell in a Cell matchup between CM Punk and Ryback. Ugh. Nobody knew what was going to happen, or at least for the most part, nobody knew. Of course, Ryback showing his undefeated streak and being dominant all the way through, but they didn't want to take the title off of CM Punk because they want him being strong heading into the Royal Rumble against his possible opponent, The Rock. And I say possible because he might lose the title later on. Who knows? Ryback, of course, losing after the referee low-blowed him, allowing CM Punk to get the win, but Ryback, of course, demolished him afterwards, even hitting the shell shock move on the top of the cage. Kind of cool. He didn't break through the thing. I wasn't really kind of concerned with that. I didn't really think that was going to happen, but oh well. The Hell in a Cell matchup, of course, not a big fan of it, to be completely honest with you, and it mainly was because it has nothing bad to do with the situation. It's more just the situation and the fact of who Ryback is. Ryback is not a guy, at least not yet, where you can carry to that high profile of matchup. Ryback is kind of like, okay, squish, squash, boom, bang, in and out, let's go home. Right now, I'm not saying he couldn't develop his skills or get there, but he wasn't ready yet. He was pushed way too quickly. Again, my own opinion, just my thoughts. I think that Ryback definitely has potential of being a main eventer. He just needs to be polished a little bit and worked a little bit more. It's no disrespect to any of the guys there. I just think the elements weren't there, but of course the shocking ending, people kind of BS about it. But look, folks, WWE wanted a certain thing. They wanted a certain method done at the end of the matchup. You can't really blame him because nothing else really would have made anything look good. If Punk beat Ryback in a clean fashion, it would have made Ryback look weak and vice versa. So no matter what, you kind of like knew something was going to happen. But anyway, overall, I thought the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view was... There were certain matches that I thought were very good. There were other matches that I thought were just kind of like the main event, perhaps. And that stinks because I'm a CM Punk, Paul Heyman mark. But that's a whole other situation. If I were to pick my top matchup, I would definitely have to take a tie between the tag team match between Cara and Mysterio against the Primetime Players, or Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio. But of course, those are just my opinions. Always like to hear what you have to say, so feel free to leave your responses. Let me know what you guys thought of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And don't forget to comment, like, favorite, and subscribe. You guys know the whole deal. You can subscribe to not one, but two channels now. Don't forget to check out all the rest of the cool, awesome people here at the IWWS. I finally get that out of my mouth. Alright, I'm going to wrap things up here. Take it easy, take care, and I'll see you next time. This is Conor, OKayFabe, peace!